This conference will now be recorded.
So in the previous session, we have discussed about the fields, and we have discussed what exactly a field and what it represents, and how can we create the fields in Salesforce. We have discussed in the previous session by using Object Manager that we have identified upon creating the fields. We have two ways are available in Salesforce. First one, Object Manager. Second one, Schema Builder. These are the two ways are available. So yesterday we have used Object Manager to create the fields inside our object. I showed you practically how to create the fields, how to identify the data type for each field based on the data which they are going to store inside your object. Have you done with these features, creating the fields, managing the records? Next.
Yes, sir.
And then in the
Yes, sir.
previous session, I have given one requirement document also. Anybody has done?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
It
sir.
is done.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
4, 5, 6.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
so what about the remaining people? Have you done with creating all these 41 fields which I have given over here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Completed.
Yes. Yes,
The
sir.
people
Completed.
who
Yes, sir. Created.
now. So please try to complete this requirement by today end of the day here. Today or maximum by tomorrow. Okay?
Firoz, I have a doubt here. Some fields are marked as N in the column of pick list.
No empty options. I have given completely all the options I have given over there.
No, not
Yes.
empty, marked as N. That means no. I mean, pick list mentioned as no.
Yes, it's not a pick list, it's a normal text box.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Next one. Today we'll see page
Sir,
layout.
excuse me. Sir.
So we have to understand what exactly a page layout and what it represents. What are the various modes that we have for each page layout? And how can we customize the fields on the page layout, and what we can customize, what we can't customize on the page layout? We'll see practically today. Now, let me explain. So let me go to my Salesforce org. Now, I'm going to my Salesforce org now. So in the previous session, I have created an object with the name position. So this is the position object, which is a custom object we have created. Inside this position object, I showed you how to add the fields. These are the total 15 fields we have added inside our object. So these are the total 15 fields. So we have created the fields inside this object with the various data types, with the text type, email type, phone type, pick list type, checkbox type, text area type, URL type, various types of fields that we have created here. Now, whenever we are adding the fields onto the object, those fields are getting represented on the user interface. So when you go to this positions tab, when I click on this new button, now it is representing all those fields which we have created as part of this object. So whatever the fields that we have created, all the fields are getting visible on your screen. Now, these are the various of fields that we have added, like the text fields also, pick list fields also, and the number fields also. And then we have added some pick list with some default settings, date type of fields also, currency fields also, checkbox fields also, text area, along text area rich controls, and phone types, email types, auto number type. We have created the various of fields. But upon adding the fields, all those fields are getting visible on the screen in a single column. That means one by one, the fields are getting visible. But now I want to customize them. I want to arrange the fields based on my convenience. According to my requirement, I want to arrange the fields to various sections and side by side. Like, for example, when you go to this account object, when we try to create a new account record, observe this one. Here we are having various sections. We have account information section. Inside that we have few fields are available here. The fields are arranged in two columns. This is one column. This is second column here. In two columns, the fields has been arranged. Here we are having few fields are available. Here we are having few fields are available. Now, next one, when you come down, we have one more section, like address information section. In this section, only the address related fields are available, like billing address, shipping address. When you come down, one more section, additional information section. So now here we are having some additional information related fields are available. When you come down, we have one more section, description information. Here we are having description related fields. That means what? Whatever the fields that we have inside my account object, these fields have been scattered to various separate sections. Account information is one section. Address information is another section. Additional information is another section. Description information is another section. So these are the various sections. Whatever the fields that we have inside this object, we can segregate the fields to various sections according to your requirement. Based on the requirement, we can able to arrange the fields in the various sections, but not only in one column, we can arrange the fields in two columns also, depends upon the requirement. But now, when I go to my position object, all the fields are visible inside a single section itself, that is information section. We have only one section, that is information section. In that information section, all the fields are visible, but in a single column itself, one by one, like that. But now I want to customize this user interface. How can we customize? How to customize? What we can customize, what we can't customize inside this user interface. We'll see practically now. So now here, whatever the user interfaces that we are looking right now, this is called as page layout. This is called as page layout. Then what do you mean by a page layout, and what exactly it will do? How many modes are available for page layout? How to create our own custom page layouts? We'll see practically first. Then we will see how can we arrange the fields. We'll see practically over here. Now, for example, here we are creating an object. Whenever I'm creating an object, Salesforce is providing a table for you. Okay, Salesforce provides a table for you which contains 5 standard fields by default, like ID field, name field, owner, created by, last modified by. These are the 5 fields will be given by Salesforce by default. So now once the fields are available inside the object, how can we manage? Excuse me. How can we manage the records inside this object? How to insert, how to update, how to delete, how to view the records? How can we perform? In order to perform this operation, for every object, Salesforce is providing a tab. Salesforce provides a tab where object name is in singular format, tab name will be in plural format. Fine. Now, once they click on the tab on the tab bar, what it will do, internally every tab is interacted with a page layout. Internally, every tab is interacting with a page layout here. Okay, now let's see. So now this is the object that we have, which is having some default field. Now this is the object. So now whenever we are creating an object, it will add some default fields and it is providing a page layout. It is providing a page layout. For every object, Salesforce is providing one page layout. What this page layout will do, this page layout is providing the various user interfaces through which we can manage the records inside this object. In order to manage the records inside this object, that means to create some records, to modify, to delete, to view the records, whatever the user interfaces are required, those user interfaces are available in the form of page layout. Now, as part of this page layout, these are not visible to the people. Then how the people can see the page layout? For that reason, Salesforce is providing a tab. Salesforce is providing a tab for this object, which will be visible to you on the tab bar. That means this is called as a navigation item. This is called as navigation bar. On the navigation bar, we are having this navigation item. As soon as once you click on this navigation item, it will be invoking this page layout. The page layout will be opening the screen to you where exactly we can manage the records inside your object. So every tab is internally interacting with the page layout, because page layout is having the actual user interfaces through which we can manage the records inside this object here. Now, so this page layout can be invocable with the help of a tab. As soon as once you click on tab, tab will invoke the page layout. Page layout will open the screen where we can enter some data, we can create some new record. We can modify the records, we can delete the records, we can view the records, we can perform all these operations. So when coming to the page layout, it provides a collection of user interfaces through which we can manage the records inside that object. Now, upon creating an object, for every object, Salesforce is providing one page layout. For every object, Salesforce provides only one page layout by default. Like, for example, if I'm creating an object with the name, like for example, some position, I'm creating the objects like this. I'm creating an object position. I'm creating an object with the name patient. I'm creating an object with the name some candidate. I'm creating an object with the name like some hiring manager. I'm creating an object with the name loan or claim. Like that, I'm creating so many objects also. Whenever you are creating an object for your organization, for every object, Salesforce provides a page layout. For every object, Salesforce provides a page layout by default, where the page layout name will be look like this. For the position object, position layout. For the patient object, patient layout. For the candidate object, candidate layout. For hiring manager object, hiring manager layout. For loan object, loan layout. For the claim object, claim layout. These are the object names. These are the page layout names. So for each object, Salesforce provides a separate page layout. In this page layout, we are having the actual user interfaces through which we can manage the records inside that respective objects. Clear? Now, By using this page layout, we can perform all the DML operations. DML stands for what? Data manipulation language. Data manipulation language in the sense what kind of operations that we can do? Insert operation, update operation, delete operation, view, everything here. That means we can perform CRUD operations. Okay, CRUD operations. CRUD operations in the sense C means create, R means read, that means view, U means update, D means delete. So we can perform CRUD operations with the help of this DML statements. As part of DML, we can perform these are the 4 operations. So now for every object, we are having a page layout. Now, in some cases, you can raise a question. Sir, do we have any possibility to create one more page layout for my object? Yes, there is a possibility. By default, for every object, Salesforce provides one page layout. So based on your requirement, based on the application requirement, we can create multiple page layouts also additionally for the object. For each object, we can create a number of additional page layouts also. By default, Salesforce is providing one. If one is not sufficient, if you want some more, we can create some more additional page layouts also for the same object. Now, why? Why the additional page layouts are required? Now, let me explain a small scenario so that you can understand. Come to a small scenario. For example, we have an ICICI Bank application. We have this ICICI Bank application. So for this ICICI Bank, so many customers are available. So millions of customers are utilizing ICICI Bank services, like the banking services, insurance services, loan services, credit card services, investment services, everything. Now, whatever the customers they have across the world, ICICI Bank people has divided the customers to various categories, like personal savings customer, corporate customers, NRI customers. So they're having various types of customers are available, but all are customers only. He may be a corporate customer or NRI or personal savings, all are customers only. To store all the customers' data, they're using customer object, only one object. They're using a single object that is customer. Inside that customer object, they're storing all the customers' data, like personal savings customers, and then NRI customers, corporate customers, all the customers' data is stored inside a single object. Now tell me, if any of the customer wants to do some transaction through online, what the customer has to do? Login, right? Because it's an authenticated application. Okay, it's an authenticated application. It's not anonymous access application. Anonymous access means what? Everybody can access the application without any credentials, without any membership. Everybody can access. Like for example, we have TCS.com. TCS.com is an anonymous access application. Now tell me, do we need any membership over here to access this? No. Do we need to create any account? No. It's an anonymous access application. Everybody can access this here. Now, when you go to this, like some IBM.com, it's an anonymous access application. Everybody can access this application. But when coming to the ICICI Bank, okay, if you want to use the features available inside this application, we should be able to log in first. First of all, we have to log in. Now, so now in this case, we are having a login screen. There is a login option is available. Now select that, okay, customer type. Whenever you are trying to be logging into the application, we have to indicate what type of customer that you are. Now it is providing so many customer types: personal savings customers, corporate customers, NRI customers, money to India, money to world, B2 digital banking. These are the various customer types are available here. For example, I'm a personal savings customer. I'm using this ICICI Bank services for my personal savings. Now, select the option here. Whenever I'm selecting this personal savings, it is providing a login screen. It is providing a login screen to provide my username and the password. We have to enter the username and the password and then click on login button to log in into the application. Okay, clear up to this one? Now, Let me take a screenshot of this. So let me take a small screenshot of this. Now, next. So now as soon as whenever I'm selecting this option as personal savings customer, this is a login screen it offers to me. Now, for example, if I'm selecting this option as corporate, now tell me, is the user interface is same like as the previous one? No. So now this is the previous user interface. For the personal savings customers, this is a login screen they used to offer. For the corporate, this is a login screen. Both are same or both are different? Different. Look and feel is different. Options are different. Everything is different over here. Because when you go to this control, here we are having this, okay, the option. These options are completely different. Like as a dashboard, get account statement, single payments, bulk payments, a tax, trade MIS, like that we are having so many options are available. These options are completely different. But when you go to that personal savings customer, it is providing some different options. See, it is providing some different options. Bank account, bill payments, fund transfer, recharge, these options are different. That means what? Both are customers. For the corporate customers, a separate login screen. For the personal savings customer, a different login screen. That means what? Depends upon the customer type, they're providing different login screens over here. Okay, depends upon the customer type, they are providing different login screens. Like the similar way, okay, like the similar way here also, as part of my organization, whenever I'm creating some records inside this object, whenever I'm creating the records inside this object, so now we have two users are available, user 1 and the user 2. Now, when the user 1 click on this new button to create a new record, it has to open a screen where it has to show all the fields. All the fields, whatever the fields are available inside my object, all the fields should be get visible. When the user 2 click on this new button to create a new record inside this object, it has to show only 7 fields. I don't want to show all the fields. I want to show only 7 fields. Assume that I'm having this here. Here I want to show all the 15 fields. Here I want to show only 7 fields. That means what? Depends upon the user type. Depends upon the customer type. I want to provide different user interfaces. For the user 1, a different user interface. For the user 2, a different user interface. Then how can we provide 2 user interfaces? That means we require 2 page layouts. But as of now, how many page layouts given by Salesforce per my object here? Only 1. But additionally, we need to create some more. Okay, 1 more. Suppose if I am having this a user 3. For the user 3, I want to provide 10 fields over here. 10 fields. Then I would like to create 1 more page layout. So not only 1, multiple page layouts also we can have for an object. So each page layout will be representing some set of fields on the screen. Through that fields, the user can supply some input values to the application in order to create the records, in order to manage the records inside this object. Clear? Understood the concept now? Now. Provide as part of this page layouts. For every object, Salesforce provides only 1 page layout by default. How to create the page layouts also, we'll see everything one by one. Okay. So by default, upon creating an object inside your Salesforce R, to manage the records inside this object, to perform all the DML operations, to perform all the CRUD operations on your object records, Salesforce provides a group of user interfaces in the form of an entity called as page layout. So each page layout contains so many user interfaces internally. It's like as a bundle. It's like as a package which contains a group of user interfaces through which we can manage the records inside your object. So by default, for every object, Salesforce provides 1 page layout. But in some cases, whatever the page layout given by Salesforce, if that is not sufficient, If that is not suitable, if you want some more additional page layouts as part of your application requirement, the developer or administrator can create some more additional page layouts also. So whatever the page layout given by Salesforce, if that is not suitable, we can add some more additional page layouts also. Then how many? N number of. No limitation. No limitation of the number of page layouts. Additionally, we can create n number of page layouts for each object. So it depends upon the application requirement. For the users, we can assign some different page layouts by placing some different set of fields on each page layout. That facility is available here. Okay, now, so in this case, where these page layouts are available, how can we see the page layouts? We'll see first, then we'll see what are the various modes that we have for each page layout, and then I will show you how to customize the page layout by using page layout editor. Okay, clear up to this one? Now, make a note of this page layout. Page layout provides a collection of user interfaces. Page layout provides a collection of user interfaces which can be used to manage the records inside the associated object. Page layout provides a collection of user interfaces which can be used to manage the records inside the associated object. By using page layout, we can perform all the DML operations on the object records. By using page layout, we can perform all the DML operations on the object records. That is, insert, update, delete, and delete, view, everything we can do. While creating a custom object, Salesforce provides a page layout for each object by default. While creating a custom object, Salesforce provides a page layout for each object by default. We can create our own custom page layouts for the object based on the need. We can create our own custom page layouts for the object based on the need. That means if the ready-made page layout is not suitable, if that is not sufficient for your requirement, if you want, we can create some more additional page layouts also. For example, I'm indicating the object name, page layout name. Object name is like as account, contact, lead, customer, position, etc. For every object, you will be having a separate page layout. For the account object, account layout, contact object, contact layout, lead object, lead layout, customer object, customer layout, position object, position layout. It may be standard, it may be custom. For every object, a page layout will be provided by Salesforce by default. Then where we can see these page layouts? Okay, where we can see and how can we create our own custom page layouts for the object. Now let me show you. Click on the required objects tab. For example, positions, and click on setup menu. Click on edit object link. Click on page layouts from left panel. View the page layouts. Click on new button. Select the existing page layout name from the pick list to make it clone. Cloning in the sense creating a duplicate copy, right? Enter the new page layout name. Click on save button. So this is the navigation we used to follow to create your own additional page layouts on your object.
Firoz, while we're creating number field, what is the number that we should give it as a length? I mean, for mobile or residence number, the 18 characters is maximum number.
Whenever you are creating the mobile numbers, go with the phone field, not with number.
Can you just repeat again? Your voice is not clear, Firoz.
Now, phone number value is always stored in phone field. Don't go with number field, go with phone field.
No, length I'm asking. Length.
For which?
Should we mobile number? Mobile number
Then you
field.
can select what is the data type that was selected.
Number.
Don't go with number. Phone field. Go with the phone data type.
In spite of number, you can select phone data type.
Phone type.
Okay. Okay, yeah, got it, Firoz.
Done with the navigation? Now, let's see how can we create the custom page layouts and how to see the page layouts available for the object. Now let me show you practically first. So I have created a custom object with the name position. So for this position object also, Salesforce has given a page layout by default. Let me show you where exactly the page layout is available. Let's see. Select the required objects tab from the navigation bar. Click on the setup menu. Click on edit object. Click on edit object. So now we can go to this object settings. This is the position object settings. In the left panel, select the option as page layouts. Select the option as page layouts, which will represent all the page layouts available for your object. So for my object, by default, Salesforce has given one page layout that is called as position layout. For the account object, account layout. For lead object, lead layout. Case object, case layout. This is the notation. This is the format following by Salesforce for each object. So my object name is position. For this object, it is providing the page layout name as position layout. This is the default layout given by Salesforce. Now tell me, can we add some more additional page layouts for this object? Yes, we can add. So click on this new button in order to create your own custom page layouts based on the business requirement. If this page layout is not sufficient, we can add one or more additional page layouts as well. Now click on new button. Select the existing page layout name to make it clone. That means whatever the options are available inside the position layout, all these options will be copying into your page layout. So from there, we can remove some of the options, whatever you don't want. Okay, you can keep the fields whatever you want on the layout. We can remove the remaining fields from the layout also. Depends upon your need, we can customize this. How to customize, we'll see practically today. Now, I'm giving this page layout name over here. Like for example, I want to give the page layout name as IT position layout. Whenever I'm creating some new position records inside that, I would like to divide the positions to two categories: IT positions, non-IT positions. Non-IT positions in the sense like, okay, call center, BPO, KPO, these positions I would like to make it segregate inside that non-IT positions. IT positions in the sense the software related, like as Java, .NET, Salesforce, testing, anything here. So I would like to create a page layout with the name IT position layout here. Now click on save button. Now your new page layout will be getting prepared for you. This is the page layout has been prepared over here. Just you can click on save button. Now your page layout has been created, okay, additionally. This is the standard layout. This is the new layout which I have created. Now I want to create one more. Click on new button. Make that existing page layout to be get cloned. I'm going to be taking the existing page layout position layout. I would like to make it clone over here. Now, non-IT position layout. Non-IT position layout. So this is the page layout name I would like to provide. Click on save. Now make it save. So now two page layouts we have created. This is the standard page layout given by Salesforce. Additionally, we have created two page layouts: IT position layout, non-IT position layout here. Depends upon the requirement. We can place those respective fields, and the remaining fields we can remove from the layout. We'll see how to remove, how to add everything. I will show you practically today. Okay, understood the concept here now. So this is how we can see the page layouts available for your object, and we can create some more additional page layouts also. Now, so now when coming to the page layout, each page layout contains two modes. There are two modes are available for each page layout. First one, edit mode. This is also called as edit layout. This is also called as edit page. Edit mode or edit layout or edit page. Second one, detail mode, or this is also called as detail layout or detail page. These are the two modes are available for every page layout. Each page layout contains two modes: edit mode, detail mode, or edit page, detail page, or edit layout or detail layout. These are the two modes are available. Then what exactly each mode represents? When each mode will get open, okay, we'll see one by one. And then we'll see how can we customize. Okay, now let's see. Now let me explain the concept here, then I will be giving the note point as well. First one, edit mode. Let's go with that edit mode. So what is this edit mode? Now let me explain. What this edit mode will do is, edit mode is going to be representing the controls on the page layout in editable format. Whatever the controls that we have, whatever the components that we have on the page layout, like as your fields. That means it may be text box also, pick list also, checkbox also, text area also, whatever anything. Whatever the fields that we have added onto the page layout, all these fields will be visible to you in the editable format so that we can enter some new data inside that fields to create some new records. So edit layout is going to be representing the fields on the page layout in editable format where we can enter some data here. Okay, editing in the sense updating, we're changing some value. We can enter some new data also, or we can modify the existing data also, whatever you want. Now, let's see. Now, let's see in this case. Now, this is the positions tab. Now, I want to create a new record. What will you do generally? Positions tab. I want to create a new record. What we can do now? Click on new button.
Click on new.
Once you click on new button, a form has been opened over here. Okay, a form has been opened. Now tell me, in this form we have all the fields available or not? Yes. Now tell me, these fields are visible to you in the editable format or read-only format? These fields are. Can we enter some data in these fields or not? Yes.
Editable.
Now, these fields are in editable format here. So now this layout is called as edit layout. This is called as edit layout. So this is the first mode of your page layout. So now this is the position layout, which is in editable format because I'm going to be creating some new records. If you want to create some new record inside the object, enter the data inside the fields. Of course, you may no need to enter the data in all the fields. Whatever the mandatory fields are available inside your object, for those mandatory fields, you have to provide the data, but the remaining fields optional. It's your choice. Okay, now. So now in this case, as soon as once you click on new button, it will open the position layout in editable format here. Okay, this is the edit layout which has been given by Salesforce, which will represent all the fields in editable format to enter some data to create some new records. Okay, clear? Now, next one more. I'm opening an existing record. Now I want to modify the record values. What we can do? Click on edit button. Now the user interface will be in editable format. Now tell me, is it in editable format or read-only format? Editable format. So what is the button I have used now? Edit button.
Edit.
That means what? Upon click on new button and upon click on edit button, it will open the page layout in editable format, where the user can enter some data to create some new records, or the user can modify the existing field values also by assigning some new values. Okay, understood the concept here? Now, so edit layout will be representing the fields in editable format on the user interface. So upon click on new button and upon click on edit button, your page layout, edit layout will be getting opened automatically here. Okay, now, but here it won't represent. When we go to the classic user interface, it will show very clearly here. Let me show you there also. When you go to the classic part, for example, when you go to the positions tab, when I click on this new button, it will indicate here. Now, this is the position edit. That means position layout in editable format. This is the edit layout of your position page layout. Okay, so now it is indicating very clearly here. So this is the position layout in editable format, which is used to create a new position record. This is called as title. This is called as subtitle here. Okay, it's a section header part. Basically, this part is called as section header part. In this section header part, we have the title part, subtitle part. So what exactly the title? Position layout is in editable format. Why? Why it is in editable format? Because I would like to create new position record. Suppose I'm opening an existing record now. Click on this edit button now. Now it is indicating this here also. Position layout is in editable format because I would like to modify the existing record, that is Java technical lead record I'm updating over here. So it is clearly indicating that. But in Lightning experience, it won't show like this. Okay, simply it will show that option here, page layout. That's it. Clear? Now. So as soon as once you click on this new button or edit button, so now the position layout will be getting visible to you in the editable format, where the user can enter some data to create some new records or to modify the existing records. Now, for example, I'm updating this record values. Position status I'm changing from open, okay, approved to in progress. Okay, I'm going to change that. That means as a HR person, I have started working on this position record right now. Now click on save button. Now my record has been updated. Once the record is updated, we can see that positions data over here. So now here in this case, this is the position data. We are updating the record here. The data will be getting visible. So now in this case, it is indicating that detail page of your record. This is called as a detail page. That means we can able to modify the field values. Click on this edit button. If you want to change this values location, for example, I'm changing the number of vacancies as 3. Now click on edit button. Now the data has been updated successfully. It will be redirecting the user to detail page of the record over here. So here we can see the detailed information of the record which we have created along with the related list also. Whatever the child records are available for this parent, for this position, if you have any related child records are available, we can see those child records information by using related tab. Now, here we can see the detailed information of the record which we have created. And along with that, if you want to see any related information, we can see. Do we have any notes and attachments along with that? Everything we can see by using related tab also. Clear? Now, so when it will be representing the detail page, upon click on save button. Upon click on save button, it will be updating the data back to the database. It will redirect the user to detail page of the record here. Okay? Clear? Now, so these are the two modes are available for each page layout. Edit mode, detail mode. Edit mode will represent the information, that means fields in the editable format on the page layout, which is used to create a new record or which is used to update an existing record also. So upon click on the new button or upon click on edit button, okay, the page layout, edit layout will be getting open for you. Now, while creating the record or while updating the record, once you click on save button, data will be saving back to the database. It will redirect the user to the detail page of the record so that we can see the detailed information along with the related child records as well. The facility is available in detail layout. Clear? Now, let's see. Make a note of this one. Note. Each page layout contains the below two modes. First one, edit mode. This is also called as edit layout. This is also called as edit page. It represents all the fields in the object in editable format. It will represent all the fields on the page layout in editable format, which can be used to create or edit the records. Note. Edit layout will get opened upon click on new button or edit button. Second one, detail layout. This is also called as detail page or detail mode. It will represent the detailed information of the record along with the related child records. Now, detail mode will get opened upon click on save button. Detail mode will get opened upon click on save button. As soon as once you click on save button, record will be saving back to the database object. Once a record has been saved, it will redirect the user to the detailed page of the record so that we can see the detailed information.
Hello. Hello, sir.
Yes, yes.
Sir, one request. Sir, kindly upload the video on the same day because, sir, we get a spare of time at night so that we can practice on the same day. Because, sir,
Sure,
next day it is uploaded and we have office, so we don't get time to practice uh,
sure.
regularly.
I will inform to the, yeah, I will inform to the
Yes,
Capital Info team to upload on the same day itself. Sure, I will
yes,
do
sir.
that.
Yes, sir. Because after coming to office at night, there is spare of time in night so that we can practice on same day.
Sure, definitely.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, you have sent that user case, sir, for object manager.
Sorry.
Sir, you have sent that fields use case.
Right.
Please send in the WhatsApp chat, sir, please.
That is already there
I
in
was
the mail.
absent for I was absent for 2 classes, so I
But already
joined in
there in the
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp group. Already that
I
is in the
joined
WhatsApp
in
group.
today, sir. That's why.
Okay, sure. I will do that.
Thank you.
Done with this? Now, let's see. Now, so these are the two modes are available for each page layout. Edit mode and the detail mode. These are the two modes are available. Whenever we are adding the fields to the objects, those fields are getting visible to you on the page layout in a single column itself. Whatever the fields that we have added to your object, those fields are visible to you on the page layout in a single column itself. But in some cases, you can raise a question, sir, whatever the fields are visible in my page layout, these are not looking like good for me. These are visible only in a single column. Suppose if I'm adding some 100 fields to my object, then the page layout will be looking like as very lengthy. Keep on, we need to scroll down the scroll bar to see the remaining fields. It will be very difficult for me to scroll down, okay, for a longer period of time. So that I want to split these fields to various sections. I want to arrange the fields side by side. Then how can we customize here? In order to customize the fields to the on the page layout, we are using the help of a feature called as page layout editor. We are using the help of a feature called as page layout editor. Page layout editor is a tool which is used to customize your page layout according to the business requirement. Based on the business requirement, we can customize the page layout with the help of this page layout editor. Then how can we customize this page layout? How to arrange the fields? How to move the fields from one section to another section? How to add the sections? Everything we'll see one by one practically now. Okay, now let's see. So
So we
first of
can
all,
do with
let
the
me
help of the
explain
schema builder
what we can
also.
customize. What we can customize by using this page layout editor, okay, we'll see practically now for this. Okay, what are the various options that we can customize? What we can't customize, we will see everything with the help of page layout editor here. Okay, this is to customize each page layout. Every object page layout we can customize by using page layout editor here. Clear? Now let's see. So now let me list out what are all the various options that we can customize through page layout. Now let's see. Let me list out the options now first, and then I will show you each and every option one by one. now. While adding the fields to the object, it will represent the fields on the page layout within a single column. We can customize the page layout based on the business requirement as below. We can customize the page layout based on the business requirement as below. Then what we can customize, now let me list out first. First one, we can add one or more sections onto the layout. We can add one or more sections onto the layout. We can specify the number of columns to be used to arrange the fields in each section. That means in how many columns you want to arrange the fields in each section, that we can specify. We can specify the tab key order for each section. We can place the required fields in each section. We can move the fields from one section to another. We can we can make the field required or read only. We can make the field required or read only. We can remove the unnecessary fields from the layout. We can add the required fields onto the layout. We can customize the related list to be visible on the layout. We can remove unnecessary related list from the layout. We can customize the columns and buttons to be visible on each related list. We can add the custom buttons onto the page layout. We can embed a Visualforce page onto the layout. We can embed the Google Map onto the layout. We can embed the chart component So these are the various customizations that we can do onto the page layout. How to do each and every customization we'll see practically now.
Hello. Sir, in requirement document, there is a field called death benefit. So what's the data type of that?
Now currency.
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 Okay.
Currency.
Are we creating new page layouts, right? So how could we know the old one, I mean, original one and the clone ones?
Original page layout name will be always indicating as object name and the word layout simply.
Sorry, sir, come again.
Suppose if the object name is loan, by default Salesforce is giving the default page layout name as loan layout. That means your object name by postfixing with the word layout. That is a simple straightforward notation.
Okay.
Done with the points?
Yes, sir. Done.
Now, let's see how can we customize this page layout and how can we arrange the fields to the various sections. Now, let me show you with the practical concept. Whenever if you want to customize the page layout, we have to use page layout editor. Okay, page layout editor. By using page layout editor, we can customize the page layout according to your business requirement. Now let me show you where exactly the page layout editor, how to use it. Now, so now these are the various options that I want to show you practically here one by one. How can we customize this? Okay, various options on the page layout with the help of page layout editor. Now, so as of now, we have the page layout called as new position layout. Okay, here's the position layout here, which will represent all the fields in a single column within the section information section. These are the fields are available one by one. It is visible on my page layout inside the section information section. Now what I want to do is I want to divide these fields to separate sections. Like the basic information related fields inside information section. Compensation related fields I want to place inside this separate section. And the milestone related fields, like as the open date of the position Milestone data of the position I want to place inside a separate section. The HR related fields I would like to place inside a separate section. Position description related fields I want to place in separate section. So whatever the fields that we have inside my object, these fields I want to segregate to separate sections. Then how can we add the sections? Now let me show you. Let's see. In order to go to the page layout, okay, editor, just you can click on positions tab, click on the setup menu, go to the edit object, go to the page layouts in the left panel, go to the page layouts. Now which page layout you want to customize now? Position layout. Okay, just you can click on position layout. Now the position layout will be visible in page layout editor. This is the page layout editor. This is a page layout editor here. Now this is a page layout editor, but here it is showing within a small screen, within the small frame it is showing that here. Now if you want to see this user interface with a bigger picture, okay, let me go with that classic part. Classic also same, no change. Just to show the screen with a bigger picture, I'm going with the classic part here. Okay, nothing else. Now because right now the page layout editor is showing within this a small frame only here. This is a small frame in which it is showing that here. But upon customizing that, it will be looking like as a bit congested. That's what here I'm going for the bigger picture from classic side. Just I'm going to the Salesforce classic part. Go to the positions tab. Right now it is showing the user interface like this. The fields are visible one by one like this here. Now I want to arrange the fields to various sections. Just I can go to that force.com quick access menu, click on edit layout. Just you can click on edit layout. This is one option. Or else, if you are having any records are available, just you can open the record here. This is the record details are available, which is visible some related list also. Now just you can click on okay edit layout from here also. Any one of these you can use, whatever the way you feel comfortable, just you can choose that. Here also we can go to that same format here. But here it will show with a bigger picture here, a bigger screen we can able to see. So we can see all the fields almost here. Both are same, classic lighting, both are same. But just outline navigation is different. Background functionalities, everything is classic, nothing different. Okay, now. So now this is the page layout editor. In this page layout editor, we are having a component. This is the component here. This component is called as always visible control. This component is called as always visible control. Why I'm using this word always visible control is now this control is part of this page. Within this page only we are having this control. But whenever you are scrolling down, the whole page will move up, but the control will be visible there itself. It will not move up. See, when you go to this, whenever you are scrolling down, the whole page is going up, but the control is visible there itself. That's what this control is called as always visible control here. This control is having all the options which we can use to customize your page layout. Now, let's see. In this always visible control, we have two panels are available. There are two panels. There is a left panel and there is a right panel here. These are the two panels. We have a left panel, we have a right panel is available. In the left panel, it is providing so many options. What you want to customize? You want to customize the fields, you want to customize the buttons, quick actions, mobile and lighting actions, related list, report charts, or what you want to customize. So now we can choose those options over here. What options you want to customize? But by default, fields has been selected here. Whenever you are selecting this option, so now whatever the fields option that we have selected, inside this object, whatever the fields are available, those will be visible in the right panel. In the right panel, the fields will be getting visible. These are all other fields which we have created here. Let's see. These are the fields. Now, when you look into the field names, so these are looking like as a grayed out format. That means read-only format. So now when you place the mouse pointer, it is showing like as a normal cursor. That means what? That field is already there on the layout here. Is the meaning of this option. So now, whenever if the field name is looking like as a read-only format, that means that field is already there on the layout here. In this layout, field is available already on the layout here. That is the meaning of that. Suppose if the field is not visible on the layout, then how it will look like? Let me show you. I'm removing this minimum pay here. See, observe the difference here. This is looking like as location is looking like as normal cursor because that field is already there on the layout here. So now the field is visible over here on the layout. Now the minimum pay field is not available. That's what when you place the mouse pointer, it is showing like as a holding symbol. It's a selectable symbol. Just you can drag and drop and you can place wherever you want here. So just by looking into the cursor notation itself, we can understand is the field is available on the layout or the field is not available on the layout. So that Salesforce is indicating that. Why? Because a field can be visible on the layout only at one place, not at the multiple places. Okay, so these are the various of fields are available inside my object. These fields are already there on the layout. That's what every field name is looking like as normal cursor over here. That means read only format. Now, so these are the fields are available. I'm having the section information section by default here. Now, along with the information section, I want to add some more sections. How to add as part of these sections here? Here we are having an option called as component called as section component. Just you can use this section component, drag and drop onto this place here. Because after this information section, I want to add one more section. As soon as whenever you are placing this section component onto your page layout, it provides a section properties window. Now let's see. Just you can drag and drop. It's purely drag and drop option, no navigation. Next kind of navigation is not available, purely drag and drop. Now, just you can place the mouse pointer here, release the mouse pointer. It provides the section property window. So this is the section property window that we have. In this section property window, it is indicating that. What is the name of the section? We can specify the section name here inside this text box. Now I want to give the section name as, like for example, now compensation details a section. Compensation details. Compensation related, like as minimum salary, maximum salary, these are related to compensation of the position. So I want to place those fields inside the section. Next, now the second one, whatever the section header that we have given over here, this section header should be visible where? Because on my page layout, we have two modes are available: edit mode, detail mode. Edit layout, detail layout. Edit page, detail page. Where you want me to show? In both the layouts, that means in the both the modes are only in one mode that we can choose. Here you want to show this header on both edit page and detail page or only in edit page, where you want to show, that we can decide here. So now here in this case, I want to show this section header in both the places also, edit page also, detail page also. In both the places I want to show. Clear? Next one, select the columns. In how many columns you want to arrange the fields, that we can specify. Here we are having the option either one column or maximum two columns. Okay, we can arrange the fields either in one column or maximum in two columns inside a section. Now, this is the limitation as part of page layout. Sometimes, if the client raises a requirement to arrange the fields in 3 columns, 4 columns, 5 columns, 10 columns, 20 columns, what can I do? Is it possible through page layout customization? No.
No, you
Page
need to
layout
write Apex code.
customization will allow us to arrange the field maximum of in 2 columns only, not more than that. If you want to arrange the fields in more than 2 columns, then the only solution is development. Straightforward, we can say to the client, this is not at all possible through configuration, because in configuration, page layout customization will allow us to arrange the fields in only in 2 columns, not more than that. If you want me to arrange for that in more than 2 columns, then we need to go for development. For that one, I need some 3 hours of time or 4 hours of time. Here we can indicate that. Based on the time's approval, we can start working on the functionality. Okay, this is the limitation that we have as part of page layout customization. Now I want to arrange the fields in 2 columns over here, so I'm indicating this. Next, whenever we are arranging the fields in two columns, we can specify the tab key order also. So what will be the tab key order that we can specify? Now tell me, what do you mean by this a tab key order? What did you understood with this word?
The flow
It is
of
showing
cursor
left
or
to
when you
right,
use the tab
up to
button.
bottom.
Sequence.
Now, so what do you mean by this left to right? What do you mean by this top to bottom here? Now, let me explain. For example, I'm having few fields are available inside my section. Like for example, some field 1, field 2, field 3. Here I'm having field 4, field 5, field 6. So here I'm having some text boxes. That means fields are available here. These are the fields. Text boxes are available. For the field 1, separate text box. For the field 2, separate text box. For the field 3, one more separate text box. These are the fields. So now this is my section that we have. This is my section. I'm having one more section is available like this. These are the sections. Now let's come to the scenario. So these are the two sections are available with me here. For the section 1, I'm selecting the tab key order as left to right. What do you mean by this left to right? Now let me explain. Whenever the page is getting loaded, initially the cursor will be available inside this field 1. Okay, the cursor will be waiting in the field 1. After entering the data inside this field, if you want to go to the next control, what will you do generally? No, not enter button. Tab button. Okay, tab button. So now press the tab button. As soon as once you click on the tab button, where the cursor should be transferred, to the right side, to the bottom side, that we can decide. Here, whenever I'm indicating left to right, it will go to that. After entering the data in the field 1, once you press the tab button, cursor will go to that field 2. That means right side. The cursor is waiting over here. After entering the data, when you press the tab button, do we have any more columns over here? No. It will come back to that, okay, next row inside that section. The cursor is waiting over here. After entering the data, when you press the tab button, cursor will go to that field 5. After entering that, when you press the tab button, cursor will go to that field 3 and the cursor is waiting over here. After entering the data, when you press the tab button, cursor will go to this field 6. Here we can enter the data. So that means how the cursor has to be get transferred, that we can decide with the help of this tab key order. This is a left to right option. If I'm going with this option top to bottom, then what will happen in this case? Now let's see. Initially, the cursor is waiting over here. After entering the data, when you press the tab button, cursor will go to the next field. After entering inside the field 2, it will go to the field 3. After entering the data inside the field 3, when you press the tab button, do we have any more fields in the column? No. Then immediately it will transfer to field 4. That means in the second column in that section. So the cursor will be waiting over here. After that, it will move forward to field 5 and then field 6. Like that, here we can decide which order the cursor has to be get transferred, okay, upon pressing the tab button on your keyboard. It should go from left to right or top to bottom. That we can decide here. For that reason, we are having this kind of functionality. Generally, when you go to other programming, this tab key order we have to set by using programming. By writing some piece of code, we have to transfer the cursor. But in Salesforce, just by using mouse clicks, we can do this one. We can select either left to right or top to bottom. Okay. Now, here I have a question. You can raise the question also, sir, I have two sections are available. For one section, left to right, For another section, top to bottom can be used? Yes, depends upon your requirement. If you are having 4 sections at the inside your page layout, then for the section 1, left to right, section 2, top to bottom, section 3, okay, left to right, section 4, top to bottom. Each section can have its own tab key order here that we can set. Okay, understood the concept now? Next. Let's see. So now I would like to go with that left to right over here. If I'm selecting top to bottom, it will go with the top to bottom based on the business requirement. I want to go to the left to right order. Click on OK. Now the section has been visible over here, compensation details. In this compensation details, what fields you want to show? Compensation related. That means what? Currency related. What fields are available here? Minimum pay and then maximum budget. These are the 2 fields. Now let me place this. Just you can drag and drop. Minimum pay, I want to show it over here. Maximum budget, I want to show it over here. Just you can drag and drop. Clear? Understood the concept? We are adding a new section. Once a section has been added, in that section, what fields you want to show, that you can customize by using drag and drop. Minimum pay field, maximum budget field, both I would like to place inside compensation details section. Okay, now I want to add one more section to store like a milestone details section here. Let me drag and drop. Go to the section and add a section after compensation details. Now I want to indicate that milestone details. Here also I want to represent the section header on both edit page, detail page. Now I want to arrange the fields in 2 columns. Here also I want to go with left to right. In this section here, I want to place the fields. Like open date field, I want to place it over here. Milestone date field, I would like to place it over here. I'm placing the fields. Clear? Next. I'm adding one more section. Additional information section. Okay, additional information. Here also I want to add 2 columns, left to right will be the tab key order. Here I'm indicating HR address information. HR email ID will be in this place. HR contact number in this place. And the travel required in this place. Passport required in this case. I'm arranging the fields. Next, I'm adding one more section here to store position description related fields. Position description. I want to arrange the fields in only in 1 column. If it is 1 column, no tab key order, because that in this case, what will be the tab key order then? Top to bottom only here, because 1 column isn't 1 by 1 here. Top to bottom only here, no other options. Now click on OK button. Now I want to place the fields. Position description will be in this place. Skills required will be in this place. I'm placing this. Next. Now we have some remaining fields. Now we can arrange them. Position name will be in this place. Location will be in this place. And then number of vacancies in this place. And the position status will be in this place. Owner field in this place. Reference ID in this place. According to your convenience, we can arrange the fields by using drag and drop facility. Through this drag and drop options, we can customize that fields to be visible inside the respective section, inside the respective locations as well. Okay, clear? Now, next, let me show you one small option here. So here we are having the section headers are available. This is the information section header, compensation details, milestone, additional information like that. But these section headers are looking like as a highlighted format. Now this section header is looking like as, okay, in the read-only format here. That means what? It is clearly indicating this header is visible only in edit page. That means only in the edit page it will display. The detail page, this section header will not be visible. I want to show this section header on detail page also. How? For that one, go to the section header properties window. Go to the header properties window. When you place the mouse pointer, in the right side, you will be having the small property symbol here, maintenance symbol. Click on this property symbol. It will provide that section properties window here. Or else, if you are feeling difficulty to use the mouse, go to that section header, double click on this. Then we can able to see the section properties window also. Any one of this option. We can click on property symbol or on the section header, double click on this. Now, select this option. I want to show the section header in detail page also over here. I want to go with left to right option. Now click on OK. Now it is showing like as highlighted format now. Clear? Now this information section header we can't change. This is the standard section given by Salesforce which cannot be editable. Let's see. When I double click on this, now this header part we can't change that here. We can't remove. That will be fixed. Okay. Now. Clear? Understood the concept now? Next. Now when you come down, here we are having system information section. This is also showing like as only in the edit page. I want to show in detail page also. Double click on this, show in the detail page also. Clear? Now, once you are done with making the changes, then click on save button. Clear up to this one? Now, any difficulty? No, right? Will you able to do this one? In your requirement document, it is already there. Okay, in the requirement document, already have given this information also till page layout. I have given the section. See the section. In that section, you have to place these fields. This is the second section. You have to place all these fields inside the section. Third section, fourth section, like the fifth section here. All these sections are available. We have to customize the fields also. Okay, now. Clear up to this one? Now,
Sir,
click
is there
on
a way
save
to
button.
customize a particular field, like and I want
Let's
to display a particular field on the edit layout and the other one also on the detail layout?
Now let's see. Previously, the fields are visible, okay, one by one, one by one, one by one. But now the fields are visible inside the separate sections. Now we can see. When you go to the positions here, click on new button. So now the fields has been customized to various separate sections, depends upon your requirement here. This is the classic part. Let me go back to my Lightning experience now. Now let's see. The fields are visible. Information section, the fields are visible over here. Compensation details section, fields are visible. Milestone details section, fields are visible. Additional information section, fields are visible. Position description, we are having these fields are available here. So depends upon your requirement, we can able to arrange the fields in various sections also here. Okay, the existing record also. Let me open the existing record. When you go to the position records, open the existing record Java technical lead. So now the fields are visible in the sections. Now the sections are visible in expand and collapsible options. See, expand and collapsible options. These are the sections are available. We can see the record details. Information section, we can expand and collapse. Compensation details, milestone details, additional information, position description section, everything is visible here. So automatically it is applying the collapsible options also for this. Clear? Understood the concept now? No. This is the way we can customize the page layouts as part of your objects. Whatever the fields are available inside your object, each of them representing each and every field in a single row, like a single column, one by one, one by one, one by one. We can customize those fields as well according to the requirement. We can add your own sections. Inside those sections, we can able to place the fields as well. Clear? Now, let's see. So let's see a few more customizations. Till now, we have discussed only these four. We have to add the sections, specifying the number of columns, tab key order, and then how to this way, how to move the fields from one section to another section. Till these 5 options we have discussed over here. Now, let's see. How can we make a field required or read only? That already told you During that fields concept, there is a checkbox called as required checkbox to make a field required. Now tell me, how many ways available in Salesforce to make a field required? 4 ways? 5 ways, right. There are 5 ways are available in Salesforce to make the field required. First way is what? Required checkbox. Upon creating the field, we can select required checkbox to make the field mandatory. Second one, page layout customization. Now let's see how can we do this. We have 3 more: validation rules, Apex triggers, Visual Force. During the topics you'll see. Now today we'll see how to make the field required by using page layout customizations. Okay, so now here by using the page layout customization, we can make a field required or read only also. Now let's see. Simple option. Just you can go to the page layout. Click on this page layout name. Page layout editor will be in editable format here. This is the page layout. So in this case, it is indicating clearly what fields are mandatory, what fields are optional. How do you know which field is mandatory, which field is optional? Red color star symbol. Star. Okay, now. So in this case here, I want to make this minimum pay field as mandatory. How can we do this? Double click on the field. Or else, when you place the mouse pointer on the field, it is indicating remove symbol, property symbol. Okay, just you can click on this properties, or else if you want to go to the properties of the section field, directly double click on that. Any one of the second use. Double click on this. It is indicating the option here. We can make it as read only or required. Now I am selecting this required over here. Now as of now the field is optional. See, there is no red color star mark here. Once you click on OK, field will be marking as red color star mark. That means it's a mandatory field. Clear? Now, for example, sometimes you can raise a question. Sir, I want to make multiple fields mandatory, like position status also, minimum pay also, open date also. Okay, these 3 fields I would like to make it mandatory. How? Generally, what we will do, double click on the field, select the required checkbox, click on OK. And then go to the minimum pay field, double click on this, select required checkbox, click on OK. So we have to repeat this process for the multiple fields one by one, one by one, one by one. Instead of doing this one for every field manually, we can make all these fields are required at a time. How? Just let's see. Just you can select that field here. Hold the control key inside your keyboard, select the second field also. Hold the control key inside your keyboard, hold the third field also. Which fields you would like to make it mandatory, we can able to select this. These are the 3 fields I have selected. Once you are selecting the fields, place the mouse pointer on any of the selected fields over here. On any of the selected field, place the mouse pointer, click on properties symbol here. Once you click on properties symbol, whatever the fields you have selected, those will be getting visible. If you want to make it required, just you can select here, click on OK. So all the 3 fields we can make it required at a time. No need to make each field mandatory one by one. We can make multiple fields also mandatory at a time over here. Clear? Now, so this is how we can able to make it required here. Based on your application requirement, we can make the field mandatory by using page layout customization. Clear? Now, here I have a small question. For example, I'm making this minimum pay field mandatory. It is showing a red color star symbol. But for the remaining fields, it is having red color star symbol, a blue color dot symbol also. Then what this blue color dot symbol indicates, what this red color star symbol indicates. That may be any way we can make it mandatory. To make the field mandatory, we can choose any one of that way. Then what is the difference here?
Blue color
The
means
blue color dot symbol is indicating what?
that are the standards for given from the Salesforce, and the only star is we only customized
No one? No idea for this one? Now, let me tell you what exactly the problem here. So now let's see. For example, I have a field. Here's a fields concept here. So now we have created a field PAN number. Okay, or else you can take any of the field also. For example, let me take the field age field. I'm creating an age field. I'm adding a field with the name age. Age of the customer. It's a number field. I'm selecting the field as of type number. Upon creating this field, I'm selecting the data type as number data type. I'm making this field as required. That means mandatory. I have selected required checkbox. Upon creating the field, I have selected the checkbox as required checkbox. Whenever we are making this field as required checkbox, then it will create the column in the database table. It will place one text box on your screen also by giving the name as label as age. Age. It is placing a text box. And upon placing this text box, it will represent this text box along with the red color star symbol also. That means it is indicating the field is a mandatory field. And then in the database level also it is marking that this field is a mandatory field. In database also it will mark this field as mandatory. That means what? In the user interface level, in the database level, at both the places the field is mandatory here. Okay, compulsorily we have to supply the values. Now this red color star symbol is indicating that the field is mandatory at the user interface level. Blue color dot symbol is indicating the field is mandatory at the database level also. Why? Because suppose for example, if it is marking this field as mandatory only at the user interface level, then what will happen? Upon creating the record through user interface, this age is a mandatory field. Now, in some cases, I want to create the record inside the table through Apex programming. I would like to use that Apex programming. Through programming, I would like to insert the record. In this case, in the database level, is the field is mandatory here? No. So in this case, what will happen? Even though if I'm not passing any value for the age field, it will accept the record. I'm having a tool called as a data loader. Through data loader also, I would like to insert some record. At that time, the field is optional here. If I'm inserting the record through integration, then record the field will be optional here. That means what here? In this case, if you're making the field mandatory only at the user interface level, upon creating the record inside the table through Apex programming, through data loader, through integrations, through import wizard, through any other third-party systems, that field is not mandatory. That field is simply optional. Only in the user interface level, field is mandatory. In the database level, that is optional. But now I want to make the field mandatory at both the levels also. You may come up with any way to create the record through page layout also, Visual First page also, Lightning component also, Apex class also, Visual First page also, data loader also, import wizards also, integrations also, third-party systems also. Any way you can come up with that, the field I would like to make it mandatory. That's what, whenever we are selecting the required checkbox upon creating the field will be marking as mandatory at both the places as well over here. In both the places, field will be marking it as mandatory here. So now, if the field is mandatory at the database level, that means it is indicating with the help of a blue color dot symbol here. Blue color dot symbol is field is mandatory at the database level. So compulsorily we have to enter the value for the field. If you want to enter the value, compulsorily this text box should be visible on the screen. When you try to remove this field from this particular layout, it won't allow here. There is no remove option. Even though when you try to remove this one, for example, when you try to remove this field, it won't allow here. It won't allow. This field should be visible on the layout because it's a mandatory at the database level. Compulsorily, we have to supply the value. If you want to supply the value, we have to enter that. To enter the value, text box should be visible, so you can't remove from that page layout here. There is a functionality here. Now, so whenever we are selecting the required checkbox upon creating the field will be mandatory at both the places. User interface level and at the database level, both the places field is mandatory. If you're making the field required by using page layout, only in the user interface level field is mandatory. In the database level, still the field is optional over here. Okay, clear? Now this is the difference. Now let's see. In this case, when you try to remove this field, it will accept as it is. See. Now it is minimum pay. It is a mandatory field in the user interface level only. When I try to remove, it will be removing that field automatically from the layout. Okay, because in the database level this is not mandatory, so you may supply, you may not supply. If you are entering the value, that value will store, or else it will store null value automatically by default. Clear? This is the difference between red color star symbol, blue color dot symbol. Blue color dot symbol is indicating this field is mandatory at the database level, so this field cannot be removable from your page layout, that will be fixed. If the field is having only red color star mark, the field is mandatory only at the user interface level in the page layout. Clear? Understood the concept? How to make the field required? Now.
Yes, sir.
So this is the way we can able to make the fields required. Then how can we remove some unnecessary fields from the page layout? How to add the fields? How to customize the related list? Okay, we'll see in tomorrow's session. And then tomorrow I'm going to discuss about a few more features like schema builder. So what exactly the schema builder? How to build a schema through schema builder? I will show you tomorrow practically. What drawbacks that we have in schema builder, we'll see practically tomorrow here. Okay? Do the practice on these features over here.
Okay, Feroz. Yeah, Feroz,
Thank
I have
you.
one question. I want to display one field only in the